one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Hits it with a stiff arm. Running behind that left side. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State, and we talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. And you think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so...
He wants to take the top off. Brings it down on the right side. They get him out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And, man, you couldn't ask for more on that play. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man on the right.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Power football with the run. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looking for room. It's Shorts.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the head forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They've gone to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for space. It's Shorts. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Hunt is on its way. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to go up top on first down. Back open in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. To the air on first down. Fires it incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. When he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Split backs here. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. That's a fly. Touchdown Buckeyes. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him recently.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Lost a throw on first down. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. To throw, it's Bryant. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's McFadden. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete.
Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down. Brings us to 4th.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Unloads to the wideout. The quick out. At the 45 on its way. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Finds his back in the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Miami is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. extending the play. He's in open space downfield. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
Number 19 on the field goal.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, another incompletion, you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hauls it in. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. Quickly complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. The give on the inside. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yards. In that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Number 89.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abraham. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running in between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, nice job there by the defender. He stayed right in the back pocket of that receiver, so as soon as he caught the ball on the slant, he was able to bring him to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Bryant. Got the back over the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gives them a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. It's complete to the left. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Just broke the tackle. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making their situation really good on the next down.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Flips it out to the back. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to...
Turning it on! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Penn State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. For that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Dances away to buy time. Got a man, it's McFadden. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. You know, the critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Yeah, and I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Looking for those spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be brought down. interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coles. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
When I'm in a tight game and it's a one-possession game, I do not want to put my defense on the field. You could tell the offense didn't. Great job executing the 3rd down, getting the first down, and now we're just going to play the tick, tick, tick game.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.